Must be brunch. Honey, go right. Look at still running, still running. Man, well, I guess it's nice if you don't have to pay for gas. Maybe they're waiting on dispatch. If you're going to be a cop, well, so 20 years ago, well, 21 years now, 2004, I went out for CHP West Sacramento. Um, it was pretty easy, all the testing for me. Some people didn't make it. Um, so what it is you do the written test, and I guess 50% fail. Um, and then you go on to the physical test. People can't even run around the track once. And then you take 3 hours, not 3 hours, 8 hours of fucking three different psychological tests, right? Because they don't want no crazy cops. You know what I mean? They can't have that. You know, there's no crazy cops out there, is there? So, yeah. So that followed on daylight savings. Well, they locked the doors if you didn't show up on time. And they have like, well, at that time, old school, like analog clocks, because I mean, you can't go like, oh, I'll be out there whenever I want, I'll get to the scene whenever I want. I mean, that's how they are now, but you're not supposed to do that. So, yeah. And then, pass all those, and then do the oral interview and their questions. I was like, did Ponch and John approve these questions? And if they did, come on, what the fuck? So I answered them two ways: the way that I wanted to, and the way that I thought they wanted me to. And then I didn't have any military experience, so I got like 80 out of 100. What put me on the list. But then Arnold closed the academy. Arnold to the chopper did, which is great because is this another one showing up? Are they taking all the front row parking? Good thing I moved. I don't want to park next to them. Well, this guy probably knows them too. They all know the cops in these towns. The one guy in Willows has them on speed dial, the Popo sheriff. I was like, wow, you're so fucking cool. Not. So, but yeah, I was on a list for like 2 years, and now I'm on a different list. Well, not the government watch list yet. I mean, I don't have a government watch. The watch I have is this one right here, Fuck yeah, baby. I'm saying. But, yeah. I'm so glad, that I didn't become one because I wouldn't be one for long. Because I'm not going to be like, my hands are tied. And I could go on and on to the break of dawn about every time I've had a confrontation with them, of them harassing Honey Girl and myself, and not just her and myself, just by myself too, and not in basically all over the place, because you know maybe they see that I am who I am, but that's not all I am. So I would never be one of them because, like, if a this is a stretch right here. If a good cop sees the bad cop doing bad stuff, doesn't do anything about it, that's a bad cop too. You know, and I could rehash all the times I've had encounters with them. Never been to jail or prison. I mean, the only time they ever put me in jail is on my bipolar mania was up in Placerville, and a bunch of a-holes. This I made fun of their testing. I'm like, I'm not even drunk. I was on my bipolar mania. I was dumping my serotonin and dopamine. So when everybody's going through 2020 COVID, I was having a great time. You know, very destructive because, you know, things that happen. But I didn't break any laws. But I did break the law going back to my old town because I was like John J. Rambo, El Dorado County. And I guess after my so-called friend rolled his Toyota 4Runner and tried to rip my arm off my body because I filmed the whole thing. I was laughing because it was fucking funny. Okay, I mean, good thing I pulled my arm in because we had our seatbelts on because I don't know how he got out because he was a big dude. I wasn't as bad as the tiny submarine. We live on a tiny submarine, to the Titanic. But it's pretty squished. And he was like, in the end, I was like, oh, I hurt my finger, dude. Look at that. He's all, shut off that fucking camera. I go, bro, this is funny. We're going to laugh about this. Okay. Well, no, he didn't laugh, but I did when he called a girl that we used to go, summer breeze. And I was laughing. I'm all, look at this, bro. This is so great. And he's like, and they try to rip my arm off my body. And it was already fucked up, from construction destruction. That's not the function. And fucking jerking it out of position when we pancaked the top of his truck. I said, you got a convertible 4Runner now? I don't remember getting out of the motherfucker. And I was not on drugs, but then I guess he called his friends, the sheriff, and decided to come get me. And I was like, I had a great time. The guy that he does the dancing, like that, the cowboy guy, is like Highway Patrol, pull him over. He's all, I could do a lot better if I wasn't drunk. Well, I wasn't on drugs. I was dumping my serotonin dopamine. And they didn't like my sarcasm, Well, I've enhanced it since then. I don't give a fuck. And they treat me like shit. And then I went in and hit on all the, I guess they're lady cops. I don't know. Because I was like, hey, that light's fucking going crazy. These lights, there's something wrong. All these towns and lights are going crazy. They're going to go crazy. So, yeah. Right, honey girl? Do you hear honey girl? What's that, honey girl? I love you. I love you too. So, yeah, yeah, they were dicks. But they put me in the cell, and I sang and I danced, and I was like, here, come here. And I was like, what? I go, say what again, motherfucker? Hey, they remember me, and I wasn't charged with anything. I could have sued them. I could have done it. I wouldn't have gone anywhere. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I can just say that the one time I've been in jail is when they were dicks about it. They didn't even help me. They stuck me in the cage. My feet was cold. They took my boots and just take my shoelaces, man. Take my boots. Fuck, man. I colds in there. I didn't have honey girl with me too. I didn't have her, thank goodness, because I don't want her to experience that, Man, I didn't even get to take a shower. Soap on a rope, Fucking irritating. I could be mad, I could be. But why? I mean, I guess, is it cool that I got you chicks like that? You ever see Shot Caller? Not a shot caller, but Shot Caller. Watch it. That's what I experienced, yo. And I made it out. How you like me?